What if I told you that you could instantly make anyone more attracted to you? Maybe you just met this girl in one of your classes, or maybe you're an older guy but you never really understood the psychology behind attraction. If you want to increase your odds of getting your dream girl, you need to understand the basics of female attraction psychology. The ability to make anyone instantly more attracted to you can completely change your intimate relationships with women, and it can even make you look more like an alpha male in front of your friends. You're about to master the ability to increase your attractiveness in seconds using some simple psychological tricks. To get started, you must realize that to make this work, you need to get a girl a little bit attracted to you. Even if she has a 1% attraction towards you, it will be easy to use these techniques to dramatically increase your attractiveness. The art of seduction and ability to charm someone is about making someone like you a little and then using tactical techniques to make them even more attracted to you. Once you have achieved at least 1% attraction, it is time to start with the first technique. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever spent time with a group of 2 or more girls? Maybe you went to the movies or did something else that was fun. If you're not super shy, there's a good chance that you unintentionally used the technique you're about to learn. When you're alone with more than one girl, you might have noticed that all of the girls seem more attracted to you than normal. Now, depending on the situation, you might even have 1 or 2 girls that seem way more attracted to you than they normally would be in a different setting. This is called the jealousy effect, and it's one of the best ways to instantly make a girl more attracted to you. By triggering jealousy, you can take the attraction level from 1% to 30 or 40%. To make this technique even more powerful, you must add in the element of social proof. Girls want a guy who is in demand, so how do you gently show them that you're in demand? The answer is simple, and it involves making them jealous. Keep in mind that I'm not saying to do this all the time because it can end up having the opposite effect. If a girl is already a little bit attracted to you, making her jealous in a social setting will instantly make her more attracted to you. This is part of the reason why being alone with several girls and giving one more attention than the other works so well. The second psychological trick that you can use to make a girl more attracted to you is confusion. Most girls are attracted to mystery. If you've ever watched Scooby-Doo and heard Velma say Jinkies, then you can see how excited girls get about a good mystery. If a girl is slightly attracted to you and all of a sudden you become very readable, predictable, or needy, this will decrease your attractiveness. To psychologically confuse the other person, you need to hide your intentions and become unpredictable and unreadable. Keep in mind that I'm not suggesting to act crazy. You just need to keep your true emotions masked and avoid being predictable. If you really like the girl, don't let her know it. Now, this is a true story. Many years ago, I met this girl. This was back when MySpace was a thing. I actually met her online through some mutual friends. Now, I got her number and we talked on the phone 1 or 2 times before agreeing to meet up in person. When I went to meet her, I was alone and she had brought a friend with her. At some point, her friend who was with us was texting me and asking me if I liked her. Via text, she was like, "Hey, put your arm around her if you like her." And that's what I did. Now, eventually, I went home and I could see that the girl was really interested in me. We talked more after that, but after the first meetup, I always kept my emotions about her hidden. Well, the truth was that I liked her, but I wasn't super attracted to her. So I unknowingly made it appear as if I didn't really like her. Over time, we had this thing going where I would seem like I liked her more in private, but when we were around others in social situations, I did the complete opposite and made it seem like I wasn't really interested in her at all. Logically, you would think that this behavior would make the girl not attracted to you, but to my surprise, it had the complete opposite effect. In fact, over time, the more I made it seem like I didn't like her, the more in love she fell with me. This is the power of confusion, and it works psychologically because it caused the girl to think about you constantly, and the human brain doesn't like uncertainty. The final psychological trick that you can use to make anyone instantly more attracted to you is raising your score. Whenever you meet someone, you are given a score. Even guys do this. We all have certain friends that we like hanging out with more than others. And although it's difficult to visualize, this happens because we give each friend a score in our head. The same is true for girls. As men, when we first see a girl and rate her, Our score is primarily based on physical attraction because that's how we are wired to think. For example, maybe you see a hot girl and say to yourself, man, that girl is a 10. You just gave her a mental score. The score that a girl gives you starts off with physical attraction and moves on to psychological attraction. It is hard to put an actual number on the score, but you can definitely feel when it goes up or down. Now, with girls, the more psychological needs you're able to satisfy, the higher your score will go. The biggest mistake that guys make when trying to attract a girl is becoming too predictable and easy to get before they've raised their score. In other words, you should never show too much interest in the girl until after you've raised your score with her. Now, when I first met the girl I talked about earlier, I showed just enough interest to let her know that I was interested. If I would have came on too strong from the beginning, I would have looked much less attractive and needy. Only you will know what emotional needs must be satisfied to raise your total score. And if you're not sure if you're meeting these needs, you should check out some of my videos on body language. These psychological tricks can make you instantly more attractive to anyone, and they are just as useful for men as they are for women. You might be wondering if you need to use these tricks constantly, or if you can use them once and then move on. The truth is that you shouldn't have any trouble knowing when to use them and when not to use them. For example, if you feel like your girlfriend is losing interest in you, then it might be time to use some of these tricks to make yourself more attractive to her. The ability to instantly become more attractive to anyone can make it easier to get your dream girl, and since these psychological tricks also work on men, they can allow you to be more charming in certain situations. With that said, until next time, thanks for watching.